Assuming that information has been fed into Pimberly and correctly enriched, exporting product information out via our sales channels feature is critical to a user success story. Within this section, we'll run through channel setup as a user, attribute mapping, and within this, the renaming of attributes, the scope and locale selection on attributes, and the ability to rename and resize a naming convention on digital assets that are pushed out to the various sales channels. Our channels feature is a core element within Pimberly and allows you as a user to define how products should be transformed and delivered to a particular marketplace. We'll choose Amazon Marketplace for this example. To do this, you first need to allocate a few simple options to determine how and when you want to push your product to a marketplace. So how, being the product connector, whether that be FTP or API integration, and when, so on a schedule of either daily, weekly, or monthly. The key feature here is our attribute mapping feature. This is done by using our simple attribute mapping interface. Through a simple drag and drop functionality, from the attributes you set up on Pimberly, located on the left-hand side, and dropping them onto the new channel, in this case an Amazon feed, on the right-hand side, and renaming appropriately in correspondence to the channel you're dropping it to. The split screen here shows how the scopes that we set up earlier in regards to the Amazon and eBay and website scopes affect how we push out data on the Amazon channel we created on the right-hand side. By selecting the scope dropdown on the appropriate attribute, in this case the marketing description, you have the capability to select the correct variation of product data you want to distribute to this specific channel. If we jump back onto the channel mapping interface, similar to what we were doing with the scopes we can also replicate on the locale feature. From the drop-down outlined here, a user has the ability to pick and choose the variation of language that they want to distribute on this specific channel. In doing so, obviously allows users to reach new markets and expand internationally or horizontal. Additionally, within the attribute mapping feature on the channels, we also provide users the ability to resize, convert, and rename digital assets that they're pushing out. At Pimberly, we always recommend that you upload the highest res image to the DAM and then simply determine the width and height of this image when you're pushing it out to the corresponding channel. We also advise you do that with the format of the image and the name of the image as well, simply by renaming the image to an attribute set up within Pimberly. So in summary, through our channels feature, users are able to increase their time to market, with all their marketplace and e-com channels residing in one environment. By having the ability to resize, format, and rename imagery, adds an element of SEO, allowing the names of images to relate to the products they're associated with. And finally, having the ability to tie products and channels together through our automation workflows can increase your workforce productivity, ensuring products are correctly being distributed to the right channels at the right time.